The rain drummed a steady rhythm against the windows of Claire and Daniel's home as she stood at the kitchen counter, her fingers nervously tracing the rim of her wine glass. The house felt different tonight, the usual comforting hum of domesticity, replaced by a tense silence that made the air feel thick. Claire glanced at her phone again, the unread message burning a hole in her pocket. She knew she shouldn't have come home first, shouldn't have given herself this time alone with her thoughts. The senator's last text played in her mind like a broken record. "We need to talk. Tonight." She'd been dodging his calls for days, ever since that last reckless afternoon at the hotel when reality came crashing down around her. Daniel's key turned in the lock right on time. Always punctual, always predictable. She watched him hang his coat with the same careful precision he applied to everything in his life, his wedding ring glinting under the hallway light. "Long day?" she asked, forcing lightness into her voice. He didn't answer immediately, just studied her with those quiet, perceptive eyes that had always seen right through her. When he finally spoke, his words landed like stones. "I know about you and Reynolds." The glass slipped from her fingers, shattering on the tile floor in a burst of red wine like blood between them. The confrontation that followed wasn't the explosive fight she'd imagined. Daniel's anger came in icy silences and clipped questions, each one peeling back another layer of her deception. She wanted to explain, to make him understand how empty she'd felt before the senator's attention, how intoxicating it was to be wanted like that again. But the excuses died in her throat when Daniel slid a manila envelope across the table. Photographs, bank statements, damning evidence of a relationship that went far beyond what even she had realized. "He's been using you," Daniel said, his voice breaking for the first time. "They're investigating him for influence peddling, and now they're investigating you too." The weeks that followed passed in a blur of lawyers' offices and tabloid headlines. Claire watched helplessly as her private shame became public spectacle, the senator's carefully constructed world crumbling under scrutiny while hers had already burned to the ground. Daniel moved out, taking only what he needed, leaving behind the ghost of their life together in every untouched piece of furniture, every still-hanging photograph. The trial, when it came, was worse than she'd imagined. The cold courtroom, the flashing cameras, the senator's wife staring daggers from the gallery. When the prosecutor played the voicemails, Mark's voice dripping with false affection as he asked for favors, for information, Claire finally understood how completely she'd been used. Now, sitting alone in what used to be their home, Claire traces the newspaper headlines with numb fingers. The senator got probation and a fine. She got divorce papers and a lifetime of regret. The rain still falls outside, same as always, but nothing will ever be the same again. She picks up her phone one last time, scrolling past Daniel's new life. On social media, the promotion, the new apartment, the tentative smiles with friends. Her finger hovers over the call button before she finally puts it down. Some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt. The clock ticks loudly in the empty house, each second a reminder of everything she's lost and everything she threw away.